and he wants a career in business, and he wants to study culinary arts, and he wants to own his own restaurant. And he said he's going to name it after his brother, who passed away, and it's going to be called Ray Ray Restaurant. I'm just so inspired by him, and he's a young man with lots of hope, lots of ambition. And so David, would you please come up to receive this award?
First thing I want to say is thank you for having me out here. It's a pleasure. I've never really been to anything like this before. The second thing I want to say thank you is to Kevin for being there for me. Call him any hours of the night, whatever. He's there to help me out and stuff like that. But I really like YDI a lot because they helped me out with all my stuff that I needed. They showed me that being in trouble and being out there with your friends trying to pull miles and stuff is not right, and it's not going to pull you anywhere. So I opened my eyes, and YDI helped me open my eyes, and just to go out there and do big things instead of being low and doing bad and hurting people. I want to be out there and help people and stuff like that, because I've lost my brother and to drugs and stuff like that. I've been through a lot of stuff with my family, and I just want to make them better. I want to be a better person for my mom, and I just for my older brother, because he's not here to be a good person, so I just want to be that person for him so everybody could recognize him too, because I'm his little brother. So just that's really all I have to say. Just like I said, thank you for having me out here. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, YDI. I just appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Thank you.
Hello, Kevin. Today I work at 4th Street Outreach. I just want to touch on David a little bit. This young man goes through tough times and trials that we all have been through in life, but he lives on his own with an uncle, raises a younger brother. He's doing it on his own, people, by himself, getting himself to school every day. We make stuff. We make sure he has food in his refrigerator because he lives alone. Solo, he's doing this. And he comes to YDI for our support. Our family embraces him. We're the YDI family, which Chris, Robert, everyone has taught us since we were young. But thank you, David.
Kevin is his inspiration and his mentor. You can see why. The next young person we want to honor is Amanda Martinez. Now, Amanda we've known for a long time because both of her parents have worked at youth development. She just started UNM as a sophomore. She started this fall as a sophomore after graduating with a year's worth of college credit from her high school in Tierra Maria. She's a former YDI Mi Voz student for 4 years. She's been involved with the program since she was 8 years old, making short films and documentaries with her brother Ramon. She also was a mentee with the YDI Foundation, and she's attending UNM with some help from the YDI Scholarship Fund, which is made possible from fundraising efforts like this and the YDI Foundation. She is a 2014, listen to this, presidential scholar. One of very few in New Mexico. I don't know what that means. You have to be like really, really, really smart. Getting to this point was not easy for Amanda. During high school, she moved to Los Ojos, New Mexico to care for her elderly grandparents while she attended school. During her senior year, her beloved grandmother passed, and Amanda still attended class and graduated. Our youth are stronger than we think, and Amanda is an example of that. With a little help from YDI and the foundation, she is on the road to success. And she just told me, or actually Jonetta told me, that after undergraduate school, she's going to law school. So please welcome Amanda. Look, she's got her medal. I've never seen one in person. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's heavy. Presidential Scholar Amanda D. Valdez, and has the Barack Obama signature, 2014. Congratulations.
Hello. I'm Amanda Martinez, and I am one of this year's YDI Foundation Scholarship recipients. I was introduced to YDI very young. Both my parents have worked and currently worked for YDI. My mom worked for YDI for 18 years, and my dad has been with YDI for 33 years, and he will end his career with YDI tomorrow. I was fortunate to be introduced to many YDI programs by tagging along with my parents, my whole childhood. I bet I can tell you all about JCC, Caring Couples, Head Start, and how the Amistad shelter works. I can also tell you that the people employed by YDI are committed to the company. I know this because my dad has spent several nights and holidays, including Thanksgiving and Easter, away from his family to support his staff and youth in the shelter. I also know the countless nights Charisse and Michelle spend at the Wool Warehouse preparing for fundraisers and events. In elementary school, I participated in Marcos's film projects. In fact, I had the privilege of playing Chris's pesky little sister in The Day the World Ended. A few years later, I became a student of Mi Voz, and we can say this is where we discovered my gift of procrastination. With Marcos and Brian's dedication to this program, I was able to create one of the best documentaries Mi Voz has seen. Well, at least that's what my parents tell me. Hold on, I lost my spot. Anyway, in this program, I learned how to set the white balance, interview skills, lighting and sound editing, and most importantly, how to put it all together. How did these skills help me? I moved to Tierra Maria 5 years ago to help my grandparents. My grandpa, who at the time was in the beginning stages of dementia, and my grandma, who was suffering with type 2 diabetes. In a small school, there are limited extracurricular activities, and from here, very few that don't involve running. Although I did try. I wasn't good, but hey, I tried. After I realized I couldn't run, even if my life depended on it, the skills I learned from Marcos and Brian let me become the Escalante High School varsity football field manager. I also spent several summers here in Albuquerque, but when my parents felt I was too idle, their genius solution was for me to go and volunteer at YDI. I had the privilege of working closely with Clarissa, Charisse, and Michelle to plan the YDI 40th anniversary gala celebration. The skills that I learned at this time prepared me to be a successful student, which involved organization, time management, communication, and basic office skills. So no matter how you are involved in YDI, whether you are involved in Mi Voz, special projects, the PIT division, the Education and Employment division, in Head Start, the one thing, above all, that YDI will instill in you is the value of education and the will to never give up. I lost my grandma in October of this last year. I was a senior in high school in the middle of my first semester. I finished the semester, and because of my determination to succeed in school, I had all the state requirements and test scores. I was able to complete my high school studies in December. I walked the line with my class, the Escalante High School class of 2014. Throughout my high school career, I was a busy student. I worked 2 jobs on top of a full school schedule. I took evening classes through Northern New Mexico College, and I graduated with over 58 credit hours. I started my first year at the University of New Mexico main campus as a second semester sophomore. My English teacher and my school counselor nominated me for the United States Presidential Scholar Award. You have to meet certain qualifications for this award, which include ACT scores, writing skills, overall grades, and community service. I was informed by letter that I was selected as a candidate. This is where everything I learned came into play. My culture, my faith, my relationship with my grandparents, and my involvement in the community, and most importantly, my character. It was by no surprise that one of my several essays I wrote about my grandma, Ida Martinez. I'll be honest with you, when I was writing my essay, I didn't understand the magnitude of this award, but I submitted my application and all my essays in April. I was later notified that I was a semi-finalist. I got really excited because I knew at this point I had a pretty good chance. There were only 6 semi-finalists, 3 boys and 3 girls. I was the only Hispanic, and I was the only student from a public school. and I was the only public school student with 22 high school seniors. On May 5th, I got the email congratulating me as being selected as a 2014 U.S. Presidential Scholar. So my advice to any students here, and to all of you who mentor and work with students, my advice is to never give up, never sell yourself short, never let anyone tell you that you can't, never say no to those who want to help, and never ignore the advice, no matter how silly or cliche it might seem. And finally, have fun. I want to thank my parents, my friends, and my YDI family, and especially Mr. Chris Baca and Jeanette Baca, for never giving up on me. Mr. Baca, after 40 plus years to the staff, youth, and families of YDI, you'll be greatly missed. And I will never forget that I am the Y in YDI.
Wow, two wonderful young people on their way to huge successes.